Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome to my shop. Today is October 13th and it's my weekly shop update. So I got a good amount of progress done on the HIGHBOY this week, so let's take a look at that first. So a lot of good progress on the upper case here. Most of it's in this area, but the whole case is glued up. I went through the whole glue up process, which went really smoothly. No issues there at all, which is always nice. So the scroll board is glued to the case. The case sides get notched, so the scroll board sits nice and flush to the case front so that the scroll board and all the dividers are all in the same plane and it's all nice and flush. The scroll board also gets some blocking to make it a little bit deeper, just to give it a little more heft up there than just kind of that flimsy 3/4 inch board. It's also going to do a couple of things. So when the finial goes on here, that'll give the base just a little more substantialness, and then the gooseneck moldings, that'll make these side returns just a little bit longer, just to give them a little more, again, visual interest, I guess, instead of having this little tiny return on that molding. The other thing I added up here are the vertical dividers. So that divides up this space here into the 3 individual drawer openings, of course with the smaller drawers on the outside and the bigger drawer in the middle. And one of the really cool parts about this is that this part here creates a lot of negative space back in the case, and that gets used for some hidden drawer compartments. So there are a few L brackets glued to the underside of the case top, which will receive some hidden drawers later on, which is pretty cool. Now, speaking of drawers, I did pull all the stock out for all the drawer fronts, got those all selected and rough milled. Let me show you those. So here are all 11 drawer fronts, and I'm pretty excited about the way these all kind of laid out. So the lower case is a good area where you can get some really interesting grain continuity, because you have, it's a 12-inch opening, so I can get a 12-inch board to be able to source all of the drawer parts from that one board. So when this is in the case, the grain will flow from one front to the other really nicely. And I found this really nice area here with some crotch figure in it that just extends a little bit into the center drawer, which I get some carving on it. So I think the kind of look of the carving will be a fan, and they'll kind of flare out and the eye will follow the crotch to the corner of the case, which could be kind of an interesting thing. Now up here for the upper case, I did a couple of interesting things, at least I think. So the, what drawer is this? Number 4 and number 5, those are sequential, so this is one wide board. But then the top area here, this is a book match. So the grain kind of flows from drawer number 4 into 1, 2, and 3, and you get this kind of cool book match effect from here down to here, which is pretty cool. And then these drawers here are just kind of, they're a little more boring. They're from the same board, but there's nothing really exciting going on there, besides the fact that I tried to get the cathedrals kind of going in the same direction. But that's about it. So all the drawers are going to be dovetailed together, so that's going to be a lot of dovetailing. Half-blind dovetails in the front, through dovetails in the back, 11 drawers, plus the 2 hidden drawers that go in there, so 13 total drawers. A lot of dovetailing. So that's all that's going on with me in the shop this week. Let's take a look at some viewer projects. First this week is a reclaimed oak bench by Adam. All the oak on this bench is reclaimed except for the frame pieces. The bench is part of a series of table/bench combos that will go in his kitchen. Adam has a couple of videos over on his YouTube channel while making this bench, so definitely check that out. Next this week is a cradle for Cameron Nelson by Andrew. This was made from local walnut using Morrison's hidden joinery and has 3 coats of armor seal for a finish. Andrew decided to make the cradle knockdown and has all brass hardware bolts and threaded inserts from Lee Valley. Next is a live edge bench from Unwanted Timber by Alex. The seat and rails are made from macrocarpa, and the legs are made from myrtle, and the bow ties are made from blackwood. Alex also has a video over on his YouTube channel while making this bench, so also check that out. Next is the bar top by Austin. This is Austin's first bar top. It's made from 7/4 soft maple. It's 17 inches wide and 84 inches long, and you can find more of Austin's work over on Instagram. So last week I mentioned I was going to be doing an open house tomorrow, Saturday the 14th. The weather looks like it's going to hold out all right. We're supposed to get some rain in the late afternoon, so I'm going to start a little bit earlier. I'm thinking noon tomorrow. I'll start that. So if you want to come by, just say hi. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. It's really just great to get out here and meet people and see stuff, the shop, and look at wood and stuff. So if you do want to attend, just shoot me an email so I have an idea of how many people are going to be coming. And if you need my address, if you've never been here before, I'll give you that as well. So this stack here is the majority of what I have available. It's mostly all 4/4. There's birch, cherry, and there's a little bit of red oak in here as well. And there's some other things here and then other places that'll have out as well. This stuff I cut all from the older logs that I had in the driveway. I think that was back in July. That's a video I still have to edit. That should be up pretty soon, but that was a video about how long can you wait before you can mill a log, and this is kind of like a test scenario kind of thing. So I'm also doing something a little different this time because I need to get rid of some of my own stock. So I'll be actually putting out a lot of my own stuff I've been sitting on for a while that I plan to use for something someday. Someday has not come, so I need to make room for some other things. So in case you missed it, Triton did post a video about me making this chair that I made in the UK last month. I think they did a really awesome job on the video. So if you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link to that as well. So looking forward to hopefully seeing a bunch of people tomorrow. I'll have refreshments and lunchtime style snacks as well. But I gotta get going, I think, because I gotta hit the gym. I got about 1,500 board feet of lumber to move. So exercise time. But thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about anything I talked about today or anything here in my shop, please feel free to leave me a comment. So I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.